Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of shapezio. Today we are doing what we hopefully couldn't do last time, which is just kind of sit around and let our automatic machine do the hard work for us. All we'll need to do is turn this button up here on and off. And we're watching this thing over here to the side. So that's what we're going to do. It's going to be, I don't know how short of an episode today, but probably shorter than normal, unless something else goes horribly wrong. If you do enjoy these videos, do consider subscribing to the channel. It does help out a lot, and otherwise, I will see you when we start getting these shapes delivered. And just like that, we can see we're starting to get some of our level 84 items being delivered. We'll wait till this gets to about 500 or so, and then we will press the button to go. The reason for that is we just want to make sure that we've got enough, like we're sending in enough for long enough. And this empties fairly quickly. And just like that, we're done. We will again be back in a little bit once this level's done. And we can see that we've started to pick up some of our level 85 items. As I was waiting for this one, you'll notice this new contraption over here. All that does is just turf anything that doesn't match our current level, like what's being put out here. The reason for that is so that once this storage is emptied, this just keeps sending everything through. We don't need to wait for everything coming on the line. We can turn this on to be delivered before we stop receiving things. So you can see we've stopped receiving things, and now these are just being trashed straight away. So once this is finished, I think we can even turn that off, because they keep going as long as there's stuff sending through. And now all of this is off because everything has stopped. Yes, we can just trigger it and then turn it off again. Another thing that I'm going to do this time is split our lines. Instead of having two go in, I'm going to move these two blueprint lines across to the edge, and we'll have 4 lines go in. The logic will be the same as here. We'll just split up what's being delivered. So we'll be back in a little bit with level 86. Okay, and we're back like that with level 86. We've got a few more stacked up this time, because I wasn't quite finished here before we go. So you can see that our level, like the 2 before, are roughly the same. We just got this extra storage to split behind. Look, we're finished. We can turn that off. Oh, we can't turn that off yet. So the reason we can't turn that off yet is because there's nothing that tracks when a belt is moving to feed back. So remember we had this other feedback around the top. It's currently disabled because I just didn't have time to get it in there. So we're gonna get it in now before the next level is ready, 87. And we'll be back in a moment once we are right there. Okay, you can see we've started building up our storage for level 79. You'll see we've got our speedometers in here now. They're just all wired up together in serial or with our button. So once it's going, it keeps going. Let's press our button to go, and this should hit 19, like super easy. Like we've got 4 belts of 17. The question will be, do we deliver it for long enough? Seems like we did. It was a little bit like too close for comfort there. If we look at our stats, delivered, yeah, we got up quite high and then it didn't last for very long. So we might just need to make sure we're keeping a couple more. It will mean waiting a bit longer, but that's okay. In terms of how we're using, if our storage is full to get this started, we're just using one of the these 2 storage buckets. We could do some combination of either these front 2, if one or both of them are full, possibly with the last one as well. But if either of these are full, then the other one will probably be close because we're balancing our output here. So each path should have the same number. And if one's full, they both count. So we're just going to trigger it off of this first one. And then once they're going, they are going. And now, we'll be back in a moment with level 88. Started getting our items for level 88. We'll wait a minute for them to fill up. I just noticed as well, the like logo dealie, we're producing 34.5 or so of them. There's an achievement that I don't have yet for delivering 50 per second. If you look over here, we have a spare input. So, whilst we're waiting for these to get delivered, we might see how simple it is to replicate one of these logo lines and get another one. Okay, so these are like 300 or so now. Let's press go. So we can press stop there. And again, because at least one of these belts is going, the whole system keeps going. And now they're still going because it's going, but as soon as they stop, it all stops. And we're trashing these here, so we don't keep sending them through. Level 19. Now one thing that we didn't see there, you still can't see it at that level, that last level was actually missing a corner. So our system is able to properly produce them now, which is something we couldn't do before. So we'll be back in a little bit for level 89, and I'll see how simple it's going to be to add an additional logo delivery line. Let's get level 89 underway, and we'll wait for it to finish. I had a scout around. Gee, that one seemed faster than the others. I had a scout around where we're producing the logo shapes, and I think we will be able to add another one in. Anything special about 90? Not really. So I'm going to go about producing that in our downtime, and we'll be back in a moment with level 90 completion. And we've started receiving level 90 deliveries. We'll wait for this to just get a little bit higher, and then that'll do. Let's go. We'll finish this in a moment. We've also got another level up to complete. Or did we not store enough? We just had to wait a moment. The next level, nothing super interesting, just lots of the same. We've got another level up. That's our extraction. Let's get it this time, just so it doesn't fall too far behind the rest. And I'm going to keep working on our logo creation. We'll be back in a minute with level 91. Whoops, I got a little bit distracted preparing like our stuff. We've got a whole load of these queued up, so let's get them going. Definitely finish this before these have emptied now. So it looked like they went down about 300. From one, oh, this one looks like some sort of onion. Yeah, about 300 from when I pressed the button to when it triggered. So possibly that's where we've got to wait to. But that is 91 done. 92. Yeah, 4 fairly standard shapes again. Let's leave it keep going. We should be finished our next logo by the time we finish 92. We'll have to wait and find out. See you soon. We haven't got everything for level 20 delivered yet, but we do have our third logo line coming in. You can't see because Cataract's hiding it down in that bottom right hand corner. Achievement unlocked, Branding Specialist 2. We are delivering 51 of these bad boys. Now the way that I created this will make it fairly trivial if we want to split it. We should probably just add a couple of like buffering stations in here. This probably needs one there. We probably need one there. There's no wires going through that area, good. Just as like things speed up and fall behind, we'll help it out. But these are here. We're coming up to 300. Let's go now. Well, we can turn our button straight back off again. It'd be nice if there was just... Would you that finished quickly? It'd be nice if there was just a... like a I don't know what you call it, like a trigger or a toggle button, where you push it and it like presses and then depresses at the same time. 93, that looks like an interesting one. All pretty standard though. So let's come back in a moment with delivering level 93. And level 93 started to be delivered. We just gotta wait a minute for everything here to catch up. It'd be nice if we could produce these faster. But we know producing that faster means producing like everything out here again. Which way harder than making some of these other shapes. Just because it's so general. Let's go. And done. Oh, this looks interesting. Look at this. That top right corner looks super funky. Makes me think there's nothing in the bottom right corner, even though I know that there is. Cool. Whilst I was waiting for the last level to finish, I was looking at these purple things. And they're made way down here. I'm looking at how we make them, and I think we might make another belt just whilst I fill in time. And I want to see if like this section where we take that shape and cut off the opposite corner, whether we can make that a little bit more efficiently than this. So I'm gonna go away and do that, and we'll be back in a moment with level 94. Is that the next one? Level 94. See you soon. We got a little bit behind there. Level 94 is ready to rock and roll. I'm still working on these pink shape things. This is another interesting one. Just 4 standard layers, but the way they're packed together makes it super cool looking, stacked up. And we might see if we can get something by the time we finish level 95. Oh, we fell a little bit behind on level 95, but that's okay because oh, I should press start. So that will finish in a moment. We'll wait here to see it tick over. Oh, look at this thing. It's like an Aztec. All the green and grey. Two layers the same. Well, these are the same shape as well, just coloured differently. Is that... Spent a bit of time... Where are we even doing it? Down here. So the slow part is our stacking. Far and away, it's the stacking portion of the process. So to cut, we only need 3 cutters. So this has fallen a little behind now. So possibly need more cutters. And I was just blinded by the efficiency of everything before. So these cutters go at 4.24 a second. So that all 3 of those are going about 17. And we're producing these at about 16. So possibly it's still catching up with the increased throughput. So we're producing those at about 17. So it's 4 cutters to 9 stackers. Put everything back together. The way we had this before, in here, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Way too many of these. Way too many of them. So we can compact that up like this. And then the whole thing fits relatively snug. We don't need all of that section, and a lot of this we can bring in a lot closer as well. Just tidy up these ends for my sake, and that gives us a fairly compact way of making that corner shape. So whilst we're waiting for 96, which is probably like already on the way. Yeah, they're already on the way. They're just waiting for them to get from down there to up here. I'm going to start producing the pink we need, and the go see if we can find some of these stars that we need to make this shape. I didn't get too long to look at that before these started being ready to go. So we'll just wait for this to pile up a little bit more. Now, how are we going to get our additional, like, whatever that thing is called in game, into here? We're going to have to sacrifice something. And the thing we're going to sacrifice is one of our blueprint lines. So we've got 3.3, this can go now. See, it's just that little blip to get it moving. And then it will keep emptying out our storage here. Keep emptying out everything else. We're done. Oh, this looks like a little alien type thing. If you look at it like on the side, that's kind of cool. Again, nothing special. But we'll let that go. And hopefully by next time we will have everything we need for more of these stars. See you shortly. So level 97, we're pressing the button to go up to 21 a second. This mechanism we've got here can handle up to 4 times 17 is 68 per second. So we've got a while before that's going to be an issue. But we will get there. Level 98, ready and raring to go. Let's have a look and see what it is. So it's got one missing a corner as well. Otherwise 3 pretty normal layers. See you soon. Okay, so we've started building up what we need for level 98 to send in. We're just waiting for a couple more to stockpile. Whilst we've been doing that, all of the relevant parts for making more of the purple stars are in preparation. And so by next time, we should be ready to connect our last line in here. This one's taking a while. Okay, the next level, fairly standard. We're not going to hang around. We're just going to wait until it's ready to go. Oops, we missed a little bit there. This next level is ready to go. Let's get them on their way. But we do have another purple line being delivered now. You'll see the odd shape come through. Oh, look at level 100. It's like a giant star to congratulate us, with a little prize in the middle. These are coming through now, but because of spacing, we had to disconnect this one. Let's just stop that line. We'll reroute our rockets around that way. Get those logos going in that way. Now I don't know if actually like physically stopping this is a problem. So we're gonna put a bin on there until we think of something a little bit smarter, which is we're gonna actually reuse this line. So when this is delivering, the blueprints are stopped. But when it's not delivering, the blueprints can use it. So I will get that. Well, we can just do this to move everything across one. Then we need to get that merged into there with a clever filter. We'll put that filter back up here. We'll put our merge. It'll be that guy there. So you come in like that. We don't want them binned. Whenever this is off, essentially, we want this on, which will be just a simple NOT gate in there. So this will send in blueprints whilst we're not doing anything here. But when this is going, so if I turn that on, oops, we actually need it hooked to this one. My mistake. So let's shift that up to there. We need a little crossroads in there. There we go, so we've turned the button on, which means we want this to be active. So this stops. Turn the button off, this goes again. That's exactly the behavior that we're looking for. Now we've just got to, let's come down here to level player 3 and 4. So they are stacking up nicely. We go down to 1 and 2. They're being prepared nicely. We come up here, they're all being stacked together nicely and sent on their way up to the hub. And here they are, they've started to arrive. And we've just got to let them back up a minute. So we haven't done it yet, because we haven't needed it, but this time I'm actually going to, like, even though they're here right now, I'm actually gonna wait. So these are coming in at 16 a second, and this will have to add up to 10,000. How many seconds is that? Don't have a calculator handy. There we go, here's a calculator. That's about 10,000 divided by 16. 625 seconds, which is just over 10 minutes. But we've already got some of the way there, so it'll be a bit less than this. But I'm going to be back just before it's filled up, so that we can see our overflow mechanism. We haven't used it yet, we've always pushed the button. This time, we're not pushing the button. We're going to wait for this to fill up to trigger everything in here. We can actually like halve that, so this has got a lot. Let's just stop this side and send everything into one. Yeah, so I'll be back in a moment, just before this is completely full, and we'll watch it stop, like automatically stop our blueprints, automatically start this mechanism. See you shortly to break 100 levels completed. Okay, we're up to 4,500. There it is, 4,500. The keen-eyed among you will notice that this third purple line was like a little bit, like has gaps every now and then. You've really got to be paying attention to see it though, because of how fast they're going in there. We had a misconnection, but it's sorted now. So 4,800, let's get this other one connected in as well since we can. So once this hits 5,000, all of these will go automatically. Now they'll just finish everything. Level 100 completed. What's level 101? Something else. These now just keep going, requiring to deliver more items at different things. So yeah, this will just keep emptying. And you notice that our blueprints up here stopped because this mechanism is going. I really do hope you have enjoyed this series of shapes.io, progressing from the very start of the game where we didn't really know anything, to building a machine that can produce anything, and getting us to level 100. And today we got through 20 odd levels, 17 levels, with no hitches at all. Just goes to show that all of our previous work really did pay off in the end. If there are any other games similar like this that you'd want me to play, do leave a comment down in the channel suggesting them and I'll take a look. This will be our last episode of shapes.io. We've basically completed the game now, as far as I'm concerned anyway. This mechanism here, if I was to just leave the game running and walk away, it would automatically start what's the word? Delivering these things once my brain just stopped working. I would automatically start delivering these things once they filled up, and as we can see this time it has time to completely empty. We should check and see how far away the next level ones are. They're out here somewhere. We know they are. Here they're coming. Completely empty before the next items arrive. So once this is finished and these have gone through here, there'll be a moment whilst everything sets up and then our blueprints are going again. Yeah, so we could just leave the game running and it would keep completing levels for us until we required more than 68 per second. And then we'd need to build another mechanism like this to get everything in. But I've enjoyed playing this game through. I hope you've enjoyed watching it with me. Until I see you next time in one of our other games, thank you everyone very much for being here with me during this time. Hopefully see you soon. Bye for now.